And one of the things that we were talking about before we jumped on the call was you've said you film yourself every 2 weeks and look at the footage and review how you're going and the things that you're working on. And obviously that's a big help to be able to bridge the gap from what you think you're doing to what you're actually doing.
It's amazing what you can learn from the video. I mean, even after the last feedback you gave me, and I thought I corrected those issues. And then when I filmed me just this Monday, I could see I'm not there yet. So I was a bit disappointed. But still, then when I compared like what had happened over the past 2 weeks, I could see some improvements. Just not what I had in my head imagined. So that continuous feedback is part of the learning process, really, and it gives you something to strive for to make that perfect. But filming a video in Denmark in a public swimming pool, no, it's so hard to get a permission because the people responsible for the swimming pool cannot allow other people to be in the frame. So I was able to make an arrangement with the manager that if I come early in the morning, use the dive pool that is not otherwise used, then I would be able to record my swimming. And the way I do this then is by using a GoPro that I have a suction cup on so that it can be mounted under the water. And it's only 12.5 meters across in the dive pool, but placing the GoPro like in one end, and then I swim in the middle of the pool, back and forth across from the camera, then I get footage that is sufficiently good that I can see what I'm actually doing, and that I also provided for those reviews.
And it doesn't need to be amazing quality, does it? Like you even there's some cheaper cameras than a GoPro, like Kaiser Bass is one, or Bass, yeah, and they're like $100, $150, and it's not as good as a GoPro, but it'll do. And for the amount of time that people are typically swimming, it's so worth the investment just to get an underwater camera or get someone to film them and find a way to get it done. Because as you were saying, like you just you thought you'd corrected some things, hadn't changed it quite yet, but with that feedback, it is just so valuable.
Yeah, and that's really the thing I like about the video, that it allows you to identify those 1-2 key areas you should work on now. Because swimming is so complex that if you think about all the things you have to do, then you can focus maybe on the entry of the arm and the catch, but then you cannot at the same time focus on your hips, your head position, your breathing, and your kick. So it's like one thing at a time. So it's good to be able to say, okay, now this is what you should be focusing on.